So, speculations over a major political alliance ahead of 2027 general elections is intensifying following claims that former Kano State Governor Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso has agreed to serve as running mate to former Anambra State Governor Peter Obi. Now, the claim was made by political ally Ibrahim Abdul Karim during a television interview where he stated that discussions between both camps have progressed beyond speculation and a mutual understanding already reached.
Okay, Kwankwaso movement is gaining real acceptance across Nigeria, cutting across regions, religions, and political lines. Nigerians are choosing competence, unity, and a shared future over division. The people are ready. As you can see, the banner from supporters, they flow everywhere. Okay, Nigeria will be okay.
It is no more speculation about the Peter Obi and Kwankwaso ticket that gave birth to the OK movement. While the ADC are still hoping on the Supreme Court to give their final judgment regarding to the INEC versus ADC matters. Welcome to NAIJA Prince News Extra. If this is your first time coming across our channel, please do us a favor by clicking on your subscribe button and don't forget to on your notification bell. I would love you to pay serious attention to this video and watch it to the end. The long-awaited Nigerian imagination has come to pass. The Nigerians who want to see a new Nigerian possible. The emergence of Kwankwaso and Peter Obi ticket, which gave birth to the OK movement, is now spreading widely, not only in the northern region, but to the entire country as a general. Well, I would love you to sit tight to watch this video to the end and don't forget to share your own opinion in the comment section.
According to him, supporters of both leaders, including the Obidients and the Kwankwaso movement, are aware of the arrangement, suggesting a growing alignment between the two political bases. While there has been no official confirmation from either camp, the development is fueling debate about a possible coalition that could reshape Nigeria's political landscape in 2027. And now to help us unpack these claims and what they could mean for the 2027 elections, we're joined by the National Director General, OK Movement, John Wulu. Good morning and thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning, guys.
Welcome.
OK Movement, I don't believe that it's a name that I'm familiar with. Can you talk us through what the OK Movement represents?
Okay, in a nutshell, like I was trying to talk to you earlier, OK is, in a simple term, just mean this is the most common used word all over the world. It means that you're coming to a school where you have students bullying themselves. The first thing you're going to say, guys, is okay. Your children at home banging, fighting, you're going to say, is okay. And literally, we've not been able to define the meaning of okay. Okay just simply means reassurance that, look, this thing is going to be okay. I mean, we are going to be okay. I'm going to come out. There'll be justice. Just give me time to sort it out.
So who are the warring parties and who is saying it's okay? Who's mediating? That's
people of like minds, like me, like you. You can say that you can be part of it. It means that it's word that you use every day.
No, me, I'm with NCO, New Central, not OK.
Please, before we continue, do me a favor by clicking on your subscribe button. Just the only way to encourage and support us.
But you use my word every day at home, you use it back, you use it in this studio. So what we're able to do is to fact check all the whole leaders, what they have in common. So we're able to check Senator Rabiu Kwankwaso and His Excellency Peter Obi. We find that they have something very much in common. Even the movement is organic from Obidients. The movement of Kwankwaso movement is very organic. And we see that both the leaders have one thing in common, which is education. If you look at the history of Peter Obi, you can fact check that. All he talks about is how to get people back to school, how to bring human capital development in human being in Nigeria as a whole. Likewise, Senator Rabiu Kwankwaso, the same thing he preached about is bringing out of school kids back to school. So that baseline that we're able to draw, that Peter Obi have this in common, Senator Rabiu Kwankwaso have this in common, both of them were able to align together and say, okay, this is what we said Nigeria will be okay with these two leaders.
But don't you think, I mean, a cross-section of Nigerians think you're jumping the gun? That is very futuristic, and like we said in the beginning, that it's still speculations, because the ADC, party which they belong to, hasn't even conducted primaries, and there are other heavyweights that are interested in the #1 seat in the land. So they would say, you're not moving ahead of yourself. And I mean, Mr. Senator Kwankwaso, in his own rights too, is a heavyweight, is contested for the presidency of this country. Why would he agree to be a vice president to Peter Obi and all of that?
Okay,
how would you
I understand what you're saying. At this stage, we've not come out to tell Nigeria the ticket is for Peter Obi and Rabiu Kwankwaso, or Peter Obi is the president to be, or Rabiu Kwankwaso is vice president.
It's just an agreement between...
What we're saying is that these two leaders, every leader in it, are all working together to producing the better choice for Nigeria. Okay. And we are saying that with this OK movement, we'll be able to like check run the look, this is what the leader has got in stock, this is what this one has got. It doesn't really mean that the other leaders are not contributing or are not good enough. That's not what we're saying. What we're saying is that this is what Nigeria needs at this time of this hailing moment. Nigeria is in a bad shape. You can all say that. And what we're saying is that we've checked what these people have done in the past. And for you to define, leaders are not born, leaders are made. That's what we need to understand. And these two leaders have been able to bring themselves out to Nigeria. Look, I've been able to build myself, and this is what I have to offer, and that is what we are bringing out.
Well, Mr. Ulu, can I jump in here and say, first of all, okay, I also identify that it's Obi and Kwankwaso. Okay, so that's great anagramization.
Yeah.
Please, before we continue, do me a favor by clicking on your subscribe button. Just the only way to encourage and support us.
But apart from that, let's talk about the ideologies that are driving these two individuals and whether these ideologies also permeate into the grassroots as they begin to mix these ideologies together. You have the North, West, and then the South, East at this point coming together, which from before would have had very different ideologies. You only just spoke about education being the one thing that actually brings them together. Apart from that, I don't want to use the word tribal. I'll use the word traditional differences or dynamics that also are within these political concepts or blocks. When coalitions happen, people always think in terms of numbers. Numbers in the sense that, when it comes to elections, we're going to have these people and these people come together, boom. But they forget to identify the fact that ideologies differ when it comes to the grassroots, the individuals. That ideology is the reason why I follow a person.
Correct.
But if you start to tamper with that ideology, then you're losing people. Has that consideration been made?
Yeah, like I said earlier, Kwankwaso movement is an organic movement. Obidients is an organic movement. And something would pull, in organic movement, something will pull you there. Regardless of your race, your tradition, your culture, ethnicity, it doesn't matter this time around. You believe in this person, that this person can deliver that which you want. This person is giving you that hope that you want. They are showing that the hope that Nigeria is going to get to this point from A to B. These are the two things that drags us.
But you would have to make compromises here and there when it comes to the ideology.
Of course,
once these ideologies change, you lose the grassroots.
Correct. And I'm telling you that because you have this same ideology, which I have, change is constant, we understand. But if the change is tilting towards what I want, what you want, I mean, the game's on. I see no reason of losing my followers. Do you get what I'm saying now?
So is it really a thing of you genuinely believing that the Obidients and the Kwankwaso movement are both organic movements, or you think it will make it will make better political sense because the Obidients movement is a force on its own, the Kwankwaso movement is a force on its own that also brings the Northern Bloc and that influence that Kwankwaso, has to offer in the North. Is it more of a political alliance than it is just the fact that it's an organic movement? Sometime last month I had Hussein Rufai Hussein, some news, whatever, was saying it's coming too late, that if this has happened in 2023, it simply still means that the ideology in between these two leaders, you can't argue it. And for us that are there, we are not even talking about the block vote, or yes, it counts, it matters, the numbers. But what we are saying is that the Kwankwaso movement, if you speak to a Kwankwaso person, the same way he carries that narrative of His Excellency Peter Obi and that of Senator Rabiu Kwankwaso, is the same way we speak about Senator Rabiu Kwankwaso and Obi. So the two parties, the two people, the two leaders have that thing in that very common ideology that we hold on to. That look, this is what Nigeria needs at this time. What is the ideology? Because I'm a bit confused. And what has changed between 2023 and 2026? That a lot have changed. In 2023, they could not agree on this perspective. And this ideology all of a sudden has become something to work with in 2026. I'm not here to take Nigeria back to 2023. What I'm here for is to discuss the future.
where we are going to. Whatever must have happened in 2023 that refused the combination of Senator Rabiu Kwankwaso and Peter Obi, that is left for the leadership trade to discuss. My business here today is to tell Nigeria we have a better option, a better hope for you. We have a better, I can't say the best, I'll use the word better, that look, we have this set of people that you can go back and check their narrative, you can check history out. In Nigeria today, it's only Peter Obi that is telling you, you can go back and fact check me. You can call this. He called names. Whenever I remember last month he was telling Nigeria that look, during the campaign, the former Lagos State Governor, Babajide, whatever, the other one that left, first one after Tinubu, Governor Fashola. Yeah. That Fashola came to campaign in Anambra, that he, Peter, gave Fashola his car to use. A man that is campaigning against you. That is real politician. That is a true that's a true Democrat. Not having to say, look, you are coming here to destroy. We have person that will tell you, you cannot even campaign in my stadium. Let you know coming to use my car.
Yeah, we heard plenty of that.